If you think about Resident Evil Village, what's the first thing that comes to mind? That's right. Big, oh so very big lady. But to be honest, Lady Dimitrescu did not really scare me. I laughed my ass off when she cut off Ethan's hand and he just casually reattached it. What was that shit about? Hello?
No way!
Yeah, just put some first aid on it. This game can't be real. No! What? That's not how that works. It does get explained later into the game, but at the moment it was just kind of getting me out of the mood. Other than that, she was just funny to me. I liked the chase mechanic they used for her out of Resident Evil 2, but they didn't use it throughout the entire castle, so in my opinion her amazing character kind of went to waste. But overall, great, lovely, humongous, enormous, fabulous character design. Thanks, Capcom. Oh, there she is. Hello. What you gonna do? Oh no! So, I made my way through the castle thinking I had just almost beaten the game. And boy was I wrong. I learned Resident Evil 8 is divided in 5 different areas, all themed after their own lords. First of all, you got Castle Dimitrescu, where the big lady Alkina Dimitrescu resides. Second of all, House Benevieto, from Donna Benevieto, the puppet maestro. Third of all, the Lake of Salvatore Moreau. Fourth is Heisenberg Factory of Carl Heisenberg.
Shut your fucking hole! Sorry.
And fifth is the general main village hub. This is where you return after beating a lord, where you can find many secrets, ammo, and other useful stuff that you can use in your adventure. Today, in this short video essay, I mostly want to focus on House Benevieto and why this part of the game was just very special to me. This part of Resident Evil Village is all about puppets, graveyards, and the horror children trope. After you've beaten Lady Dimitrescu's castle, you make your way through this house that stands on top of this beautiful waterfall mountain. You make your way inside, and these are the sounds that you hear. What? You didn't hear anything? Well, listen again. That's right indeed, you didn't hear anything, because it's absolutely dead silent. I am uncomfortable. The entire house, in a matter of fact, is dead silent. There is no wind blowing, nor floor creaking, no scary boo noises. Just utmost silence.
It's so quiet. There's nothing.
The fear of the unknown. Not knowing what is going on, what is going to happen, and what creature might lurk in the shadows.
What's happening? Nothing! Nothing is happening, Ivan. That's why I'm so fucking scared. Nothing at all has happened yet, okay? Nothing.
It's the core of what makes us feel anxiety, the plague that bothers us all in our ever more busier growing lives. Not knowing what is about to happen next, either in real life or in simple horror situations where you don't know what to expect.
Oh, this part. Oh, this part, he says. Oh, this part. What's that supposed to mean?
This phobia exists in our body for the same reason that other phobias exist. To warn or protect you from making unsafe or unwise spontaneous decisions. It will sometimes save you from really dangerous situations, but in horror games, let's be honest, the fear of the unknown just makes the game last very long.
so scared.
This entire area is built around this idea, which isn't really a phobia, but more of a natural human emotion. The game doesn't just throw enemies at you in House Benevieto, quite opposite actually. There are some puzzles and some cleverly designed story knots, but other than that, the gameplay is rather, well, non-existent.
Conquer, conquer, conquer.
There really aren't many jump scares, and the monsters only appear at the very end of your quest through the house. And actually, this was my reaction when I eventually saw the monster for the first time.
What the conquer? What the fuck is that? Oh my god! Is this it? What the fuck?
But still, whenever I ask people what the scariest part of Resident Evil Village was, they, at least in my experience, always answer with House Benevieto. And I damn well agree, it's terrifying. You need to realize that everything that I just told you, you wouldn't know if you were playing through the game yourself. The entire house is tense and gives you the feeling you're going to be jumped every new step you take. I probably could have sped run through this house in like 10 minutes if I knew that absolutely nothing was going to happen until the very end.
I feel like this was very dumb. We should have gone out there. We should have gone out there.
But it's the inner anxiety, the fear of the unknown that stopped me from running through this dark hallway.
Wrong door! Wrong door!
The final boss fight isn't even a real fight, but more like a game of terrifying hide and seek, where if you fail to find Angie in time, this will happen. The developers of Resident Evil Village succeeded in recreating the perfect horror experience. It doesn't rely on jump scares or monsters chasing you. To be fair, there eventually is a monster that does chase you, but to compensate that, you in fact have no weapon to protect yourself. They were stolen from you when you entered the house, and that makes you feel like a defenseless little rabbit that is chased by an ever stronger growing wolf. I spent over 2 hours of utter stress in House Benevieto, whereas this IGN guy apparently beat it in about like 40 minutes. The anticipation, the silence, the absolute horror that awaits you in the end, it's terrifying. An honest competitor to the horror standard that PT set all the way back in 2014. A format where many horror games can still learn from. But perhaps I'm just a pussy.
Oh, I think I gained a new fetish, guys.